Well, welcome once again to another face-to-face interview with Rockosaurus. Today we are very honoured and very happy to speak to Andi Barrels from Black Diamonds, all the way from Switzerland. Welcome, Andi.
Welcome. Thanks for having me.
My pleasure, my friend. Good to see you. Good to see you. How's life been treating you?
Well, it's been a weird year for everybody, but apart from that, things are doing very well. We just recorded the new album. We started with 2 singles already. And, well, basically we miss going back on stage, but we're very, very looking forward to see the reactions of the people.
I think they will be very positive. Having seen you myself at Heat Festival last year in Ludwigsburg, you guys certainly impressed. I know you impressed everybody else there as well. A real high energy performance, absolutely superb. I was right down there at the front, looking up at you actually the entire time, and I was very fortunate that after your performance, you presented me with a pick.
All right.
I don't know if you can see that, and with your name on the back.
Awesome.
Prize possession.
Yeah, cool.
That was a really good night, I must say. I mean, it was, 2 good nights of great rock music.
Yeah. It was for us as well. It was a great show, great people, great atmosphere, and I think it was just success all over.
Absolutely. No, I mean you won a lot of fans that night. I'm absolutely certain of it. Great, absolutely incredible festival that is. So Black Diamonds have been pretty busy, as you say. You've got the new album in the can, No Tell Hotel.
Yeah.
Very interesting title.
It was more of a name game. No Tell Hotel came up as an idea of everybody knows the No Tell motels, and we wanted to lift it up a next level. And now it's like a imaginary place for criminals to lay down, to lay low, and to enjoy life. And they can do pretty much everything as long as they have the dough for it.
Absolutely. I mean, you've just released you've just released a single called Saturday.
Yeah.
Is that taken from the album?
It's taken from the album. Yeah. It's the second single.
Yeah.
Saturday is also it's based on a word game, like SAT your day, and the idea is usually when I go out with friends, that would be a Saturday. Sunday's reserved for my wife. Monday to Friday is reserved for work. So Saturday is the nice day, the festive day, and this is what the song captures.
Absolutely, it does that exceptionally well. I must say, it's a real sing-along number, isn't it? I can well see when you're allowed to perform it live, crowd singing along to that beautifully. That's a really good hook. The SAT your day. I love that. That's a really great crowd words. Really well done.
For those who are not familiar with the lyrics, we planted the la 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 part in the end, which should capture everybody. I hope so, at least.
Absolutely. Well, it covers every language, doesn't it? So
sure.
Really did that, and what a great video to go with it as well. With the South Park style characters, that was really good. Love that.
The video was actually intended to be a lyric video only, and a friend of mine gave me access to his Adobe products, and there was this character animator tool, and I wasn't familiar with it, and I just played around with it a little, and then the lyric video turned into something else. The next idea was to have just the verses with some lyrics and the choruses in total lyrics, but it turned out to be boring.
Yeah.
So we made the full video like that.
It works. I mean, it's great fun, and God knows we need a bit of fun in our lives.
Oh yeah.
So, it did take it above that typical rock video sort of concept, didn't it? I mean, beautifully done. Well done, mate. Applaud you for that. That was really great. moving on to Evil Twin. I mean, hell of a great video for that. Must have been some fun making that.
You know, we like to have jokes going all the time. We like to make fools of ourselves, and I think Evil Twin is a very good example of that.
Yeah.
And we had a friend that had a hotel which closed down for COVID reasons, and 1 week before we went out of business, we had the whole place for ourselves. It was amazing.
Yeah, absolutely. Is there actually any alcohol left in the bar, or is?
I don't think so. Probably only things that nobody really likes.
Like creme de menthe and things like that.
Yeah, they'd probably call it disinfectant now.
It is. It's always tasted like it, hasn't it?
Yeah, you're right.
No, I mean, another superb song, I must say. I mean, it was so well put together as well with the video. And of course, you know, you shared lead vocals with Michael on that one as well, which was great because you're behaving as if you are each other's evil twins, aren't you? In many ways.
Well, the way I see it, he's my evil twin. I'm the nice one, you know, the blonde.
Well, absolutely. Apart from you, you know, drinking vodka or whatever it was out of the spray bottle, you know.
I didn't think of that. Maybe he made me do it. I don't know exactly.
That's it. Blame it on Michael.
Yeah, I mean, he's not here, so it's easy to do that.
Absolutely, yeah. He won't see this, will he?
Didn't think of that. But I blame it on the alcohol again.
Yeah, definitely.
Which he made me drink.
Yeah, of course he did. Yeah. Tell us a bit about the video for Thrill Ride. Looked like you had a lot of fun making that.
That was actually, I think that was the turn point in regards of making videos. We wanted to do something with the tractor. It was just a tractor in the beginning. So we spent one day at that farm, and then they were like, you can help us for sure. Do something here, do something there, and we just filmed it. And we liked it so much that we said we want to have funny videos in future. We don't want to be very serious most of the time.
Yeah. Well, that's good.
It reflects us best.
Yeah. I mean, clearly you guys have so much fun on stage. You know, I mean that was clear when I saw you. You know, in Germany last year. It was a great fun vibe coming from you guys. That's wonderful.
Yeah, we've been told before. I don't know what you saw, but we were just doing our thing, you know.
Yeah, but you're obviously loving it, and you know, and that element of fun comes through. You know, it's like, yeah, okay, you take it seriously because you want to give the best performance, but you can see that you're having a lot of fun doing it. You know.
No, it's really. I mean, music is like our way of talking. Let go of all the stress, of all the things that go wrong. It's just. You go to someplace else, you become somebody else, and you just have fun. And
absolutely,
we have a great crew, and well, we love being with each other, and that works out well. I was really excited, more of like curious, excited, and I was like, is this gonna work? I think so, and I was just smiling all day because I thought what the end result is gonna look like.
Really?
Actually, we also discussed just recently that there is one outtake from the Thrill Ride video that we want to share. There is one scene when we're all sitting in a grass and playing the flute, the harmonica, and we want to put out the original file because it sounds horrible.
I love it. Love it. So have you got to see the other guys sort of during this sort of difficult year? Have you been able to spend time together?
Yeah, we started the year with Dee's decision to leave the band, and we were quite shattered because this was totally unexpected for us. And luckily, our drummer's wife came up with a name, and she was really advertising him. She wrote to everybody personally, please check him out. He would be so much of a nice fit, and he really likes that kind of music you do. And so we texted him, and 1 week later he was rehearsing with us, and the chemistry was right from the start.
Yeah,
he was a good guy, nice chap, great guitar player, and we liked the kind, the kind of chemistry we had in rehearsal. So we said yes on the spot.
Yeah. This is Chris, I take it.
This is Chris, exactly.
Yeah. I mean, well, he certainly can play, can't he?
Oh yes, he can.
Yeah, no, I look forward to seeing him with you guys. When we're able to. Yeah. No, it sounds like he's a really good fit.
It was weird. He came to the band, and we decided to record the album immediately since most of the songs were already written. He came up with all the solos, and we just went to work straight ahead. And there were a few gigs that we cancelled. Well, the reason was the album was postponed, and we were not able to play a 40-minute show because he wouldn't rehearse the old songs with us at that point.
Sure. Yeah. So it's actually worked out quite favourably, really, hasn't it?
Yeah, right. I mean, it was the best decision we could have made, and also we had a lot of time on our hands this year to record the album, to finish the songwriting. It was perfect.
Yeah,
we were lucky in a unlucky environment.
Sure, absolutely. It's a story I've heard quite a few times, actually. People have actually made the best of the bad situation, and it certainly sounds like you guys have done just that, which is great.
Yeah. I mean, you can always have the glass half full or half empty view. We're more the half full kind of people.
Absolutely. No, it's the only way to get through these things, isn't it?
Yeah, you're right. Absolutely.
Have we got a release date for the album yet?
Yeah, the release is going to be the 12th of March. Well, it was a choice we made because we hope we can do a release party. And we said it's more likely to do it in March than in February. And yet we don't want to keep it back any longer.
No. I mean, it's you're chomping at the bit, trying to get this thing out there, aren't you? Basically, you want everyone to hear it. And again, it's the same with so many bands. They have delayed things, and you just can't put it off forever.
No, you don't want to.
No.
At some point, you want to present what you did, and we're really proud of it. And I mean, I think it's by far the best album we made so far, the most complete one.
Yeah.
And we have 2 singles out yet, but I'm so curious what the reaction is going to be on the entire album.
Sure.
And what I can assure you, it's not going to be the same song over and over again. There's going to be different styles, different melodies, different kind of music. I'm really curious what the reception is going to be like.
Well, certainly, judging by the first 2 singles that have come out, I mean, yes, they are very different from each other. So, we are looking at some variety. I mean, I have a little bit of an insight because I was chatting to Nico Pronsas from Metal Appalachia Records, your label, about you guys, and he reckons it is the best thing you've ever created. That it is going to be an absolute stonking album. So I know he has a vested interest in it, and he's sure to say that. But he's a very truthful guy. So I'm certain his word is his bond on that, and I've no doubt it's going to be a great one.
Well, that's the way we learned about him as well. He's very straightforward, very open, but also very supportive. And it's great to have a label like that in your back, because they really push us a lot, help us a lot, and we've never had this kind of support before.
No, absolutely. I mean, they have a great stable of superb bands already, and you just added to that superb lineup. I mean, they've had a couple of additions recently as well. El Pistolero and Mother Road. They've got a great mix there, and it's
true.
Interesting times ahead.
Yeah, you're right. It's also, I think, they're not focusing on one direction only, which is also interesting to get other ideas, other views, and it's also been helping us on how to promote a video, how to promote singles.
Yeah,
they just have a different approach.
Of course, yeah. There's a lot of experience that you can draw on and share there.
Yeah.
Going to be good both for you and the label.
Sure.
So if we can sort of go back in time a little bit and tell us a bit about your influences, how you got into rock music, who influenced you the most. Give us a bit of background for you.
Okay. Well, when we're looking back, Michael and I, our singer, we started off in the same school. Mm-hmm. We started to listen to the same kind of music, and when we were young, I think Guns N' Roses was our number one band.
Yeah,
I think it remained the same one ever since. But we started to play in a school band, which was more of like a cover show. Mm-hmm. And after school, we finished it off, and 2 or 3 years later, we met in a bar, and we were like bored, and it was like, it's itching. I'm missing something. We should form a band.
Yeah.
And we found some guys that would form the Black Diamonds with us. And then we set out to write the own songs, and this became First Strike eventually, which was released in 2008, just recently. But
you don't look old enough.
Nah. I catch myself sometimes wondering where time went,
And we all.
It's a problem I share with a lot of people, I think.
Yes.
Now, anyhow, we recorded the first album ourselves, and you can hear it. So we decided to not promote it anymore, and we took it out from sales. But there's been some influences out also from our next drummer, Manu, which is also still our member and drummer, who comes more from a power metal side, and his influence is completely different to ours. And it's great working with him, because basically when we come up with a riff or a song idea, he just takes it to a new level when he works around it on a rhythmic approach. And what else do we listen to? We have bands like Queen that had a lot of influence, especially after the movie came out. We just went and heard the records again.
Yeah.
We had our Motley Crue phase. We had a lot of AC/DC as well.
Yeah.
And Dee was a completely bluesy AC/DC kind of guitar player. You can hear his absence now compared to the last album, because we like it a little more melodic.
Mhm.
Also, our songwriting is more melodic. Melody is everything for us.
Mm.
I like to say I like pop lyrics over a little harder guitar part, and that's what the kind of music we want to do.
Yeah, that's a very good description, actually. I mean, it's let's put it in a nutshell.
I like to think it also works because we are completely behind it. We love what we do. We play the music we like, and interesting enough, sometimes we come up with ideas that are not connected to anything we listen to.
Sure.
And it takes a while to get used to it, but once you do, it just works.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, we are actually seeing a bit of a resurgence in the UK in the popularity of melodic rock. You know, there have been several bands coming through. There's been a big lack of it in the UK in terms of popularity.
Yeah,
it's there, of course, but you know, it's not been getting played on mainstream rock radio and this sort of thing. However, there are bands coming through now who are making it more popular. Certainly this year, we've seen a lot. I mean, Heat, obviously, you know, they produced an absolutely stonking album, which you know,
amazing. Yeah,
really, you know, brought the subgenre back into focus. There's a band called South of Salem that we interviewed just the other week. True melodic rock, and those guys have really captured the imagination. It's a relatively new band. I mean, the guys have been around for a while as individuals and in various bands, but since they formed South of Salem, they've come up with some absolutely superb work. With that resurgence, I can see Black Diamonds doing well in the UK, getting some airplay. So you know that I see as a very good thing, because I'm a lover of melodic rock. So you may have gathered.
No, but I think also it's an interesting time because rock was put back like in a closet, or you know, nobody was listening to it. It was not mainstream at all. It was totally uncool. Nobody played it except for and there's still a lot of people that like it. And there was a lot of following in the shadows.
Yeah.
And we also have the impression that it's kind of emerging again, and people are going back to listen to real handmade music.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, if you listen to a radio nowadays, I mean, it's generic. Everything sounds the same.
Oh God, yeah. No, I mean, particularly, you know, with pop music. I mean, it's more often than not, it's people with very little talent who sort of like, you know, done something in their bedroom and fed it through a computer so it actually makes them sound half decent and churned it out, and it just becomes noise, you know.
Yeah, I agree. Totally agree with you.
Yeah, nothing you can actually relate to, you know.
No.
No thought about the lyrics, you know, and it's just a jumble of words thrown into something which purports to be a tune.
Yeah.
What I would say is that rock, certainly my experiences of visiting Germany a couple of times last year, rock has never gone away. You know?
No, it hasn't.
Yeah, we've already mentioned the Heat Festival last year, and I just could not believe the spirit in that audience.
Yeah.
First band on was getting the same sort of reaction as the last one, as the headliner. That took my breath away because we don't tend to see that in the UK.
I think it also has to do with, you know, it was kind of a special atmosphere, and people were really like totally excited to be there.
Yeah.
And it was, I don't know, everybody was so happy. Everybody was, you know, in a very good mood. Everybody was talking to everybody.
Yeah.
It's a rare occasion.
Absolutely. Yeah.
And it's not the same like a one time off show. It's a special kind of festival in that way.
Yeah. I mean, that's the first time I've been to it was last year, and I mean, yeah, I'll certainly be going again. You know, it was absolutely superb. It was like a family atmosphere. You know, which we do get over here. You know, we do get festivals over here which have that sort of family atmosphere, and but it's interesting that quite often there's not everybody attends the early the early performances. Not necessarily because they got well drunk the night before, but but you know that which is a shame because I think you miss so much.
Maybe it's also, you know, everybody was so busy till COVID came. I don't know if the whole situation is going to change a little bit and people are going to, I don't know, maybe enjoy the time they have more or use it better than they used to.
I very much hope so. Yeah, I mean, people are hungry for live music.
Oh, yes. It's really something you miss. It's just, you know, seeing something that touches you not only in your ears, but also emotionally. And going to a live concert is more than just listen to music.
Of course it is. Of course it is. Yeah, yeah. It's the interaction, you know, with other people. I mean, I often go to gigs on my own, but you're never truly alone because you're simply with people who are the friends you haven't met yet.
Yeah, it's a good point. Yeah,
you know, because you're all there for the same reason.
Yeah,
you know, and so you get that sort of family vibe, which is great. I mean, as a performer, you must be missing it all the more.
Yeah, I really miss it. It's that itching. Like I said, when we formed the band again, it's the same thing. We can't wait to get back on stage, and now we're rehearsing the new album, and it's like, wow, this feels so good, feels so right, and I mean, it's weird. We're playing with a guy that hasn't stood on stage with us yet.
Yeah,
how is it going to work out? We don't know yet.
It'll work. It'll work. You know, if it's good in rehearsal, then it's going to be exceptional on stage because you get that adrenaline coming back from the crowd. It's going, you know, it's going to work.
Yeah, you know, the funny thing is when we did the recordings and he came up with these amazing solo parts. A few times we told him, "You really want to play that? You don't like it? No. We love it, but it looks completely crazy, and I'm not able if you're going to pull it off live."
Yeah.
And he was like, no, I'm able to do that. Not a problem.
Yeah.
And it's amazing to have this kind of feeling now in rehearsals. And we're like, yeah, he told us so, and he's able to do it.
So have you got dates penciled in for next year?
Well, there's two festivals that were postponed, but they're both in Switzerland. And we're trying to figure out if we are able to do a release party, which would happen in March. So we're not sure yet if this is possible.
Sure. Yeah.
And
any idea where that would be?
Yeah, it would be somewhere close to our home.
Yeah, well, you don't want to travel.
Now it's more like it's good to start at where you started off. We have some people that saw you many times. You have some people that have been following you around, and it's just to get a feedback, an honest feedback, fast and easy.
Yeah. No, absolutely.
When we go somewhere else, it's probably harder to get this kind of attention and also this kind of enough people to get a good feedback.
Absolutely. With the exception of Evil Twin and Saturday, do you have a particular favourite track from the album No Tell Hotel?
There's going to be one song on it. It's called Outlaw.
All right.
It has a kind of Western vibe in it.
Yeah.
And remember my words if you listen to it or when you listen to it. It took me a long time to convince the rest of the guys to work on it. Right. I had the idea in my head for half a year. I couldn't get it out.
Yeah.
And I played it to them, and they were like, "You shitting us?" Seriously. And they were like, "Nah, we're not going to do that."
Yeah.
I was like, "Nah, but guys, please give it a try. This is going to be amazing."
Yeah.
And well, I worked on them half a year, and now it turned out amazing.
Excellent.
And all of us, we love it.
Yeah.
But there's also the next single is called "Lonesome Road," and it will be released the end of January. And well, from my point of view, this is the most mainstream song. I might say it's a little different. And I remember when Michael came up with the idea, we were almost done with the songwriting, and we were close to finish another song. And Michael came up with that riff on acoustic guitar, and he played it to me, and he was like, I just wanted to get your view on it. How do you like that? And I was like, oh my goodness, we have to record this right away.
Yeah.
And we recorded it, put it on Dropbox, so the rest of the guys could listen to it too. And next day we got a text from Manu, our drummer, and it was like, "Dear God, thank you so much for the new music I found on Dropbox today. Please let that new tune be an original and not a cover song that I don't know yet."
Excellent. Yeah. Oh, brilliant.
We're pretty bad in throwing away songs. Usually we come up with an idea, and either we scrap it right away, or we just keep it, it's just a riff, or it's just two takes of a chorus or something like that. But we don't have any half-finished songs. We never get that far. Either we do, and we're going to finish it because it's something good, or we just pass it on early on.
Although what you may find is you come back to those thrown away riffs and this sort of thing, and they'll actually come to light at a later stage for a completely different song. Which often happens, isn't it? It's no idea is completely disposed of. They're put to the back of your mind, and
sometimes they're also not fitting to the rest of the songs that you're working on right now. And you're right. There's some ideas we just put on a shelf to use later on, but they wouldn't fit the whole concept of this album.
Sure. Yeah. But no, it's always it's never worth throwing stuff away, isn't it? You need a bit of a hoarder in that respect. I know that. You should see my loft.
Well, I'm like that too, and Michael is like that too, and I think the rest of the guys as well.
Yeah.
It's like guitars. You cannot have enough guitars, and you cannot have enough good song ideas.
Absolutely. Stick with them. Yeah.
Exactly.
Brilliant. Right. Setting aside your latest body of work, is there anything? Do you have a particular song from your previous albums that you really enjoy?
I think my favorite would be "Hands of Destiny" from our album "Perfect Sin." We do this kind of sing along in the beginning, and I really like that. Playing something soft for the audience before it goes wham, here it is.
Yeah.
I like that one a lot.
Buried alive by the hands of destiny, drowned in the floods of bad luck. I'm a victim of time for no apparent reason. I'll get by. Buried alive by the hands of destiny, drowned in the floods of bad luck. I'm a victim of time for no apparent reason. I'll get by. Buried alive by the hands of destiny, drowned in the floods of bad luck. I'm a victim of time for no apparent reason. I'll get by.
I mean, We Want to Party is pretty simple. It's not a high educated song, but it's fun to play it though as well.
We are diving into Partyland. We are here, we want to party. Raise your hands if you feel alright. We are here, we want to party. Grab a drink and we get drunk tonight.
Social media is such a major factor for bands these days, and it's been very important, particularly in these troubled times. Can you tell us where people can find you?
Well, absolutely. I mean, we're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on YouTube, and if you want to shop for T-shirts, for CDs or something, you find a web shop on our website. We're pretty much all over. But since everybody is nowadays, we're still hard to find.
Well, we'll make sure people can find you, put it that way. I mean, merch sales are so important at the moment, aren't they? Because, not making any money out of ticket sales and, actually gigging.
You're right. I mean, gigging and selling merch, that's the right way to make money with music nowadays. You have to do new albums to be able to play something new, so people are still interested. Absolutely. But an album actually doesn't pay off by itself.
No. I mean, it's not like the old days, I'm afraid. But
not really.
But I know I'll be okay when I find my way. These will just be bad days in my memory. Know that I'll be fine. It just takes some time. With my problems left behind, the future is mine.
Andy, it's been an absolute pleasure, mate. I'm so grateful to you for joining us. We look forward to seeing you out on the road, hopefully next year.
I hope so too. We're going to talk to Ed about it, and we're really waiting for some plans, what we could do, and if things can happen at all.
Absolutely. Well, you need to kick some butts and get the guys to send you over here.
I'll tell Nico right away.
Don't worry. I will tell Nico.
Well, let's work in both sides.
Absolutely. Yeah, meet him in the middle.
Exactly. No,
It's been an absolute blast, mate. It really has.
It was great. It was fantastic talking to both of you, and doing this interview was so much fun.
Absolutely. It was for us too, mate. Well, thank you so much.
Well,
Andi Barrels, you're a star.
Nah, I'm not. I was just escaping my Christmas movies.
Good on you.
Between us, I was very happy to do the interview so I could escape all these Christmas movies from my wife as well.
Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. Rudolph the red-nosed reindeer had a very shiny nose, and if you ever saw it, you would even say it glows. Boom ba 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 boom.